Hi everyone and welcome to lesson 4 of Sentral Markboook. In this lesson we're going to look at how to perform a calculation to give us a semester 1 total mark or overall achievement mark. So without further ado, let's dive into the tutorial. So we can see here I've got my columns set up here, or my tasks set up like we did in the last tutorial, and all we need to do now is to perform a calculation. So to do that I'm going to click on Edit Markbook. So here we are in the area where we're actually going to create our calculation. So to do that, simply click on New Calculation. And what I'd like to do here, I'm actually going to call this Semester 1 Total, or Sem 1 Total there. That could also be Overall Achievement. For the time being, I'm going to leave, in fact I will click in there. We'll click Column Heading. And the decimal places, well, I'm going to have this as being whole numbers. The column group, I'm going to have that under the banner of Semester 1, and we created banners in the last video. And the type, so what type of calculation do you want to perform? Well, I actually want to perform a weighted add here. You might recall that my tasks were set at 15%, 20%, and I think the third one was 15%. So we're going to do a weighted add. You can see there's lots of options to choose from in here, but for this one we're going to do the weighted add, and I'm going to leave this as being set to no, and I'm simply going to click on next. Okay, so we can see here it's going to give us a maximum mark out of 100. So that's what I'd like here if I'm thinking about my report mark. And we can see here it's got task 1, task 2, and task 3. And again, it's just asking you to put in those percentage values that you wanted to use. So I was using 15, 20, and 15 there. And then I'm simply going to click on Save. And that's all done there. So you can see under the banner of Semester 1, we have the 3 tasks, and then we've also got a Semester 1 total, which is a weighted add, which is going to give us a total mark out of 100. Now, how does that look when we actually look inside the Markbook? So I'm going to go back to my class here again. And we can see that we've got 3 there, the purple, and there's no data now that's been entered in here yet. So let's throw in some dummy data here to see what that looks like. Now to do that, all you have to do is click on the column that you'd like to add your data to, or your numbers to, your marks, and I'm simply going to click on Edit Marks. Okay, so let's say this person got 37. I'm just throwing in dummy numbers in here. 16. So once you've thrown in your marks there, you need to click Save down the bottom. Now it's very important that you do that, otherwise obviously those marks won't be saved. Okay, so I've done that. Now you'll see nothing's coming through here yet. Let's throw some marks in for task 2, which was the prac, out of 50. So I'm going to click on here again. I'm going to click on Edit Marks. And let's say this person got 47 there, or 44. Okay, I'm going to hit Save there also. Okay, and then I'm actually going to leave this column blank for the time being, or I'm not going to worry about putting any data in there. What I am going to do over here is click on this column. You can see that it's got this run calculation. So at this point in time, it's not actually adding these together and giving me that weighted add. So I'm just going to click on Run Calculation here to show you what actually happens. Okay, now you will see there that it's not actually performing that calculation because it doesn't have all the data in there yet. So let's throw some more data in there. And what we'll find is that that column, that green column, will actually turn red in a moment. So let's go for the test. You got 27. Let's go 32. Okay, I'm going to hit save down the bottom there. Okay, so when this column turns red, that's basically an indicator to you that it needs to run a calculation in order to update those values, if you like. So to do that, again, I'm just simply going to click on here, and I'm going to click Run Calculation, and it's brought that data through. So we now have some marks here that we could bring through into our reports at a later stage. So if I click on up here also, you will notice that it's giving me some details. It's actually telling me that it's a weighted ad. It's got the calculation details here, 15% for task 1, 20 for task 2, and 15% for task 3. So there's some nice details there that you can easily view. So that's the next thing that you want to have a play around with. Have a go at doing that, and I'll see you in the next video.